My mic was muted. That would have been great if I muted it. You might hear some air conditioning noise in the background, but that's just fine. As you know, today temperatures were in the 90s. Yeah. So let's see. You should see my tab right here. I'm streaming this at 1080p 60 frames per second to see how this goes here. Alright. Alright, let's look at the current conditions from this cold front. For some reason it looks like it's a bit bright on stream, like it's a little bit too. Alright, let's see. Can I make this a little bit lighter? Almost looks like I'm trying to see. So no, that's not what I want. Some reason to me it looks like it's a little bit too bright. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. Let's see. I'm just playing around with it right now. Yeah, it does kind of look like it's a little washed out a little bit. That's probably because it's in HDR right now. Never noticed that before. Without wasting time on that, let's look at the cold front moving in right now. As you can see, the clouds in lower levels are moving southwest to northeast, which that makes sense because in the lower levels right now, the winds are coming out of the southwest. So that is correct. This cold front is going to be moving in, but it won't be affecting us until at least noontime Monday. Nothing looks nothing looks too organized right now. It looks like just a few showers and possible thunderstorms, as you can see from this front. Is there anything severe? What you trying to do here? Trim's current bitrate is lower than recommended bitrate. We recommend ah, it's just telling me something's. I fix that later there. So as you can see, the front is this front is not going to be moving in until tomorrow afternoon. Nothing severe here as I put the overlay, so it's only a few downpours, and not sure if there's any thunderstorms here. I'm gonna have to look at a different link. It looks like, as far as I can see, all the thunderstorm. There's some thunder and lightning out of these cells here. Nothing too significant, as you can see. Why does the stream looks like it's lagging and not working right? Says I have dropped 0 frames though. It's not a consistent 60 frames per second though. It almost looks like it says it's only recording 48 frames. So, sorry, it just was a long day at work, so it says decoding overload. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster decoding preset. Hmm, I'm still playing with this, mind you. This is my second day doing it. Oh, that why I'm streaming? I can't fix any of that. It looks like it's as far as I can tell, 1080p 60 frames per second is a little bit rough and it's not as smooth as I would like it to be. But I look at the footage later to see if it's any good. I know Windy.com is a little bit graphical intensive, so it could be lagging because of that. Speaking of lagging, what graphics card am I using? I don't even know how to spell text. The OBS Studio is being used. GPU 0. Which GPU engine? Sorry if I'm like, I'm just playing around today, really. She was a little laggy. It was like laggy yesterday. My computer's really getting a beating doing this. I might just stick with 720p 60 frames per second because this is a little sluggish. So you hearing all those like lightning clicks on the screen here. So there are thunderstorms here, but nothing severe. There's nothing severe that's on my map right here. So now that we know that the showers and thunderstorms are moving in by tomorrow afternoon, let's just take a brief look at some simulated. Yeah, my computer's really lagging. I can see it on my cursor here. So I might stick with 720p 60 frames per second because this is a bit too laggy. Oh, let's see. How is this going to progress? Showers and possible embedded thunderstorms. Pretty much is going to be staying out west the rest of today. Looks like by the time we get to about 6 o'clock in the morning, some light showers and embedded downpours are going to be coming through the region. Looks like all the main action is going to be in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and west south part of Massachusetts, as you can see from this model. Don't think anything is going to be severe out of this. But listen to the National Weather Service earlier. It just said it's supposed to be showers and some embedded thunderstorms. And then that's pretty much gone. So it looks like the shower activity is going to be generally between 5 o'clock in the morning to about, I'm going to say it's going to clear the coastline by midnight. But for most of Massachusetts, it's going to be pretty much gone by the time like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening is. Let's look at another model here. Some showers and embedded downpours start around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Some embedded thunderstorms pretty much in this line, but it's not going to be anything crazy. And by the time 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's just going to be in southeast Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and in the Cape and the Islands. So as you can see here, it just pushes off. Let's look at another expect a couple more suspected here. I'm a bit tired. This model is saying the same thing, 5 to 6 o'clock, a few showers and embedded downpours. Nothing really is going to get going. Ooh, this model saying by around 3 o'clock, some heavy downpours and thunderstorms are going to be likely. It looks like this one's being more aggressive. That one right there is being more interesting in how it's playing that line there. It looks a little bit more organized and a little bit more intense. Let's look at a few more. There's that line, the greatest around the highest daytime heating, and then it moves out. And by midnight, everything should be pretty much offshore. Cape and the Islands is the only ones that are going to be getting rain. Let's look at one more look. Yep, pretty much the same deal. Somewhere around 5 o'clock, showers and embedded rain is supposed to start, and then continuing into the afternoon with the greatest chance between 1 and 3 o'clock with the greatest downpours and thunderstorms, and then it just starts falling apart as the sun goes down. So that's pretty much all the Oh my, what the hell happened here? My live feed here went kind of blank and it wasn't live, so I thought it wasn't working. So I dropped zero frames, but it's not doing 60 frames per second. It's been bobbling up and down, so it's lagging a little bit. So that's good to know. So pretty much I did a huge live stream of what was supposed to happen the next several days after this cold front. So the cold front moved through, temperatures get into about mid 50s Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, plenty of sunshine and temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 70s. They're 80 on Wednesday after we're in the mid 50s again Wednesday morning. By Thursday and Friday, we start climbing into the 80s, mid 80s, and toward 90 degrees on Friday, ahead of another cold front that is supposed to be passing through the region on Saturday and possibly into Sunday. So let's just take a brief look at that. Why don't we? So it seems like there's some type of cold front that's going to miss us on Wednesday into Thursday, staying up north. There's that front that's moving in Saturday. It's going to be moving in by Saturday afternoon and then dropping down on Sunday. And then the front basically lingers offshore and doesn't really do anything for us. Looks like there's another secondary cold front down here that pretty much just falls apart. And this is going far out, but it almost looks like another southwest winds start blowing ahead of this front. And that pretty much goes out as far as the Euro ever goes out. Let's just see how hot it's going to get on Thursday and Friday. Yep, Thursday in the mid 80s toward 90s in the urban areas right here. Extremely hot conditions on Friday. Saturday, same thing, a little cooler due to clouds in that front that's moving through. And still about 90 on Sunday. So it looks like the front moves through on Saturday, but it doesn't cool us off that much. It still gets up toward 90 on Monday and Tuesday. So it looks like from this model we might be in our first heat wave for the first week in July. We just have to take a look at that. So that's all I really want to do now because I want to see how bad the stream quality was because it almost looks like to me I was having some error and warnings all over my streaming software and YouTube telling me there was an issue and an overload. So I might want to drop down to 720p 60 frames per second because it gave me a lot of warnings here. So peace out and I might come back briefly for a 720p 60 frames per second test, maybe if needed, but I don't think I do need to. I did a whole stream the other day and 720p 60 frames per second was just fine. So, peace out, and I'll catch you in